morning. It's Sunday morning here in Big Bend National Park. Wow, yesterday was quite the day. We did about 50 miles of off-road driving. We did Black Gap Canyon, which yesterday morning, if you might remember, I was a little nervous about taking the trailer out. It's the first time, and the trailer just performed flawlessly. Twice during the day, once in Black Gap, getting over that one big step in Black Gap Canyon, I had to do the rear lockers on the 4Runner, pull the trailer up over that. And then there was one other spot, we came up Old Ore Road, which is, we're camping off of Old Ore Road right now in Telephone Canyon. And there was one spot on Old Ore Road I had to lock the rear end to pull the trailer up. Other than that, I mean, you just hardly even know the trailer is back there when you're pulling it. It's just amazing. What a day yesterday was. The Big Bend is just, it's amazing. I got to admit, Debbie was sitting there next to me while I was driving, and several times during the day she goes, I think this is my favorite desert. This is just amazing. The geology here, the plant life, it's very green. Lots of diversity in the plant life, lots of diversity in the geology. Just an amazing spot, absolutely amazing. Looking forward to seeing what else we have. So we're gonna pack up, hit the trail, get wheels up. Glad you're along with us. We'll see you up the road.
Well, we didn't really get out of camp until about 11 o'clock that morning, and I guess we forgot about what we had learned the day before, that the trail is rocky. So things went a little bit slower than we expected. It's a good thing we didn't have far to go.
Do I want to go this way, be off camber, or I just want to take the rock thing on? A little off camber, but not much. I think we'll just take the straight ahead approach, turn the locker on, and go for it.
I was still getting used to the capabilities of the trailer then. But give it a few more weeks and we really put it to the test. But that's a story for another episode. You won't want to miss that one. So be sure, if you haven't subscribed, that you subscribe and hit that bell so that you know when the episode comes out. About 3.5 miles up the road from our camp, we came across the remains of a cabin. Couldn't really find much information about the cabin, but it's very close to Roy's Peak View dispersed campsite, so maybe this was Roy's cabin. I mentioned this previously, but Old Ore Road got its name from its early use, hauling lead, zinc, and silver ore from a mine near Bocayus Canyon to the railroad and Marathon in the early 1900s. After descending down a rocky hill, we ended up climbing up another one. But this one gave us a spectacular panoramic view of the area and also a view of Panther Junction and the Chisos Basin, which we would visit the next day. there, we drove the last little bit of dirt road out to the main road and then took that to the road leading us to our camp for the night at Grapevine Hills. We had a great little campsite at Grapevine Hills, and it even came complete with its own sunrise. Morning. Well, we just pulled out of camp at Grapevine Hills campsite number 5. It was right at the very end of the Grapevine Hills road, probably the last 2 miles of it. A little slow going, it didn't air down. The rest of it's pretty easy drive. So yesterday, didn't really finish up talking about yesterday. Yesterday was the Old Ore Road from Telephone Canyon out. It was beautiful. And we took our time. We also took our time in the morning yesterday. Just didn't want to rush out of camp and catch our breath a little bit. And then we had the beautiful drive out on Old Ore Road, and briefly stopped at the Panther Junction Visitor Center, if I got that name right. And then headed over here to campsite at Grapevine Hills. What was that, Sam? Okay. So this morning, well, yesterday morning, I had said we were going to do some touristy stuff, and we never did that. So today, we're going to start by just driving down into the Chisos Basin. There's no overlanding there, but it is a beautiful area. We would like to see it. There's the main lodges there. I think the main visitor center is there. And we just want to go check that out. But really, I just want to see what it's like in the Chisos Basin. The photos I've seen are spectacular and want to check that out. And then after that, we're going to take another paved road. It's a long drive over to Santa Elena. Is that the name of it? Did I get that right?
It's Santa Elena. Santa Elena Lookout.
Santa Elena Lookout.
And Santa Elena Canyon.
Which the ranger told us when we first came into the park that is worth the drive and worth the view. And after that, our plan is to drive the one remaining dirt road that we'll be able to get on today, which is Old Maverick Road. It's rated as a 1 out of 10 easy road. So, but at least we might see a little bit more dirt today. And then drive over to our final campsite here in Big Bend this evening, which will be at K-Bar number 2. Not very beautiful campsite. It's right off the road. We've seen it, but at least it keeps us in the park tonight. And tonight will be our last night in the park, and we will be hitting the road in the morning to head home. So that's our plan right now. We are currently wheels up and on our way. Come on along. Let's see how the day goes.
Not all great drives have to be off-road, and this is certainly one of them. Just check out all the scenery here. With the beautiful rock formations and the scenes between them, Chisos Basin didn't disappoint. We even ran into a few cool-looking birds. we finished up in Chisos Basin, we made the long drive over to the Santa Elena Canyon. That was completely worth the drive. What a spectacular slot canyon. It reminded me a lot of the Virgin River Canyon in Zion. Hiking up the canyon is allowed, and we would love to have made that hike. The dogs aren't allowed on the trails, and with Sam along, we'll have to catch that one another time. After hanging out on the beach at Santa Elena Canyon for a while, we took off, got back on the dirt, and headed north on Old Maverick Road. At the edge of Alamo Creek, a man named Gilberto Luna raised a large family in this small house called a jacal. Gilberto was well known and respected by the residents of Big Bend and lived here until 1947, when he died at the age of 108. When we finished up on Maverick Road, we made our way to our final campsite in Big Bend at K-Bar number 2. What do we got going on tonight, Deb?
We have some delicious leftovers tonight.
Oh, good.
But jazzing them up a little bit.
Waste not, want not.
We have pasta with veggies and ground beef, and that has an Asian barbecue sauce on it. And then we're adding to it some beef tips and red onion that I'm sauteing.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be pretty good.
All right.
Sticking.
Got the fire pit going over here. And Sam is loving the warmth from the fire pit. After dinner, the virtually full moon kept us company, just hanging in the crystal clear desert skies.
Morning. It's Tuesday, and this is our final morning here at Big Bend National Park. It has been so beautiful here. It's really been beyond our expectations. This park is just so diverse in all the vegetation that it has and all of the scenery. It's just been exquisite. It's really been a wonderful, wonderful trip. Every campsite we've had has been great. We love them all. We really didn't think this particular campsite would be as enjoyable as it has been. We woke up this morning just before sunrise, and we were treated to one of the most spectacular views of moonset and sunrise that we've ever seen. What did you think of the moonset and sunrise today?
I thought this moonset, the sunrise today was just like mind-blowing. It was like one of the best I've ever seen. It was incredible. It was just amazing. And with just being out here in the low creosote around us, just gave us this 360-degree view. It was just beautiful to be able to see everything.
It's because tonight is full moon, and so as the moon was setting, we had the opportunity to actually see the full moon setting in the mountains behind us, while the beautiful lighting of the sunrise was adorning the sky. And it was just a once-in-a-lifetime type of sky to see.
It was just everything
stopped. It was beautiful.
For about a half an hour while we watched all of it.
Yeah.
Well, this is it, Deb. It's the end of this. It's the end of this trip.
It's been a great maiden voyage for the trailer.
Yeah,
the trailer has been a lot of fun.
2 weeks ago yesterday, and we've spent 11 nights in it, and we had to take shelter for a couple of nights because of super high winds on the trip, but man, I gotta tell you, I'd rather be in the trailer than in a hotel. It's that nice. It has been super reliable. Everywhere we go, I look in the rear view mirror, it's just right there following along. It doesn't matter what the terrain is that we're going over, it just, wherever you want me to go, I'm there, no problem. It's been fantastic. It's just, you don't even know it's there when you're driving. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. And then when we get to camp, we have our home, and just, I mean, look at this, it's just everywhere we go is our home. It's fantastic.
So now we're gonna pack everything up and we're gonna start heading back west through New Mexico, Phoenix, and finally home to San Diego.
We're really glad you could join us on this trip, and we look forward to seeing you next time right here on Adventure Beyond 60.